welcome to the Virtual Hire Hand live vlog. My name is Tiffany Parson, and with me is
Ashioma Isu.
we are back to talk to you about social media, webinars, and repurposing, the latest tips, trends, things going on in relation to those three areas. Today's video is about Instagram. Instagram is one of our favorites, but this particular topic is up for debate. Now, Instagram chief says that when you repost from your feed to your stories, it will not increase your post reach. This is a buster. So he's just debunking something that's out there where people think it's a popular engagement hack that if they repost something from their feed to their stories, it's going to increase engagement. Now, I have my thoughts, but I want to hear what your thoughts are about this particular topic.
I think it does help to boost the reach, especially for those that are already your followers. So it prompts them to see that, hey, you have something going, and they can easily click and see what's going on. So I personally think it helps, but I don't know. What are your thoughts, Tiffany?
I actually think the same thing, because when you go on Instagram and people that you're following, if they have stories, you see their little circles at the very top. And I have my favorite ones that I like to click on every time just to see their stories. And so by reposting something in your feed, it puts your little circle up there for your followers so they can see, oh, there's a post for something. Now, granted, I don't think it should be used exclusively for reposting from your feed, but hey, depending on what kind of day you're having, that's just what, you're going to be able to do. But the Instagram chief, Adam Mosseri, says this is not the case. It does not increase your reach. And this is something that I thought was interesting. And this article came from socialmediatoday.com. What I thought was interesting is that he says, when we find these kinds of hacks, we usually shut them down. So if this has been the case, which he's saying it's not the case, but if it has been, it will be shut down. Now, I don't know how much of a reach it does for people who are not following you, but I feel like for your followers, it definitely gets their attention. It's definitely a way to let them know, hey, we've got some posting happening over here. But he says it doesn't. And if it does, if they do find a hack, they will shut it down. So if you have noticed that your reach increased because you've been doing this, now Instagram is paying attention, and so they're going to shut that down. Not that you're able to repost tweets, not tweets. Oops, sorry, Instagram. Not that you're not able to repost the post, but as far as how much attention it gets, we shall see. We'll continue to repost from the feed, encourage our clients to repost from the feed, because again, it gets your followers' attention to know what's going on. Now, what he does encourage is, of course, to keep posting for your feed, not for the sake of your stories. They are behind the scenes with Instagram actively debating on whether to allow scheduled stories or not. Now, their whole thing is Instagram wants the stories to be spontaneous, so more in real time. That's really their purpose for those stories, is for it to be a real time moment. Like right now, if we wanted to have a camera up, a phone up, record right quick, we're recording the live vlog and that go in the stories. He wants it like in real time. That's the goal. But of course, we don't always use it like that. It may be a pre-recorded video that ends up in the stories to look like it's live. But as far as the feed goes and getting more reach, he's saying there's a better opportunity by just posting in your feed, because that is what they pull from for recommendations for the Explore feed. And of course, what I was saying before is that when they do find hacks, unintended hacks, they shut them down. So we'd love to get your comments on this. Have you noticed an increase on a particular post? Maybe it was a post that wasn't getting any attention. You decided to share in your stories, and then all of a sudden you got more views on it, more eyes on it, more comments on it. Let us know in the comments below if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. I'm curious to get your feedback on this. And again, like I say, we will continue to repost from the feed into stories and encourage clients to do so. I encourage you to still do it. Again, the goal may not be to increase engagement outside of your followers, but to get your followers' attention so they'll see what you have going on. Any final thoughts regarding Instagram's chief debunking this popular engagement hack?
According to him, these tricks, these hacks don't work. And we're being encouraged to put out valuable content that your audience resonate with. Be consistent and be authentic. These
Yeah.
are the things that works as far as the chief is saying. And so we want to still encourage our clients as much as we want them to repost from their feed to combine these strategies.
For sure. All right. Sounds good. We're going to wrap it up on this particular topic. Thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. Again, be sure to post your comments below, share what your thoughts are. If you're not already following along on the Facebook page, I don't know why not. Be sure to hit the button to follow so you can be a part of the first ones to see when we post. Also, if you're over on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you'll get a notification in your inbox. Thanks again and have a fantastic day.
Bye-bye.